In the name of Allah, hi everyone, and welcome back to efp.com. I'm Barial, and today's lesson is about inversion. Keep in mind that it's a very high level topic or grammar, but now I'm gonna teach you guys because it's very necessary to understand what inversion is and what are the types of inversion and what's the need of inversion. Do we need to use inversion or not? So in this video, you're gonna learn about the types, the reasons, and the definition of inversion and what can we use inversion with. You will learn all these things. Be here. So here we go. What's the definition of inversion, or what's the meaning of inversion? Inversion means that changing the word order, especially subject and verb, it's called inversion. For example, in sentence, first we have subject then verb. I am a teacher, but in inversion, we have first verb then subject. When you change a positive statement into question, inversion has been applied. What I mean is, so here also I wrote that inversion is used for making questions, but keep in mind that not all the time, not always, but sometime or usually first we have verb then subject. So now let's talk about the inverted sentence. Inverted sentence, it is a sentence in which inversion has been applied. First we have verb then subject. When you see first verb then subject in a sentence, remember that it's inverted sentence. Now let's talk about the types of inversion. It has got two types, optional and not optional. Optional, it means you could use or not use. It's your choice. It's optional. And in this type of inversion, first we bring some unusual words, not usual, unusual words at the beginning of a sentence, so it's called optional or it is optional. For example, if I say that crazy he is, and in this sentence first we have adjective, then subject, and then verb, but it's optional. You could use or it's your choice. You could use or not. It's your choice. It's optional, but not optional. It is something that we must apply the rule in. For example, if I say that imagine, and in this sentence I want to make not optional. If I say that he now inversion has been not applied or has not been applied. If I want to use inversion and if I want to make it inverted sentence, so now I would bring the always at the beginning of a sentence. Now in this sentence you could see always. So always does he study. Now inversion has been applied because first we have verb, or you could say verb or auxiliary verb, then we have subject. As I told you here, inversion has been applied when I say always does he study, never does he come to class, never does he come on time, and etc. So now a question comes here, why do we use inversion? Do we need to use inversion or not? Of course, we do need to use inversion. There are two reasons. First, for emphasis. If you tell somebody that he always study, and in this sentence there is no emphasis, you cannot bring stress or you cannot negotiate it. So if you want an emphasis, you could say that always does he study, always cannot he study, and etc. We use for emphasis. And now let's talk about the second reason, for making questions. For example, if you want to make questions, so you must apply the not optional inversion. It means you should apply the rules. Does he study? But you should bring always here at the beginning of a sentence. It means inversion makes question and inversion brings stress or emphasis. Did you get it? Now let's talk about what can inversion be applied with. So let's start from the negative adverbs of frequency. We could use inversion with them. So we should use at the beginning of a sentence negative adverbs of frequency, then auxiliary verbs, and then subject, then rest of a sentence. For example, always is a positive. Never can she cook. Never can she cook. First we have the negative adverbs of frequency, then we have auxiliary verb. We have a lot of auxiliary verbs. I think I also talked about the auxiliary verbs. I made video. If you haven't watched that video, go to my channel and follow the videos, and you can find the auxiliary verbs video very easily. When you learn about auxiliary verbs, you can make inversion very easily. So never can she cook. In this sentence, first we have negative adverbs, then we have auxiliary verb, and then we have subject, then main verb. So inversion has been applied here. We could use inversion with negative adverbs of frequency. We use inversion with only if, only by, and only after. For example, in this sentence, again, first we have only by at the beginning, then we have can auxiliary verb, then we have subject, and then verb. So the same structure is followed, verb plus subject. Keep in mind that. So now let's talk about inversion in conditional clauses. We could use inversion, or we could make in conditional clauses inverted. So how can we use inversion with conditional clauses? If it is the first type 1, you should remove if and bring should at the beginning of a sentence. For example, if I say that if I study hard, I will get first position. And in this sentence, I remove if and I use bring. And in this sentence, you could see should, I use should instead of if. But if it's the second type or type 2, we bring to be verbs, because we use simple past tense at the type 2. If I say that if I were intelligent, I would help you. In this sentence, I remove if again and I bring to be verbs. But keep in mind that comma is used whether it's if or should or to be verbs, had, and etc. But in type 3, we remove if and we bring had at the beginning of a sentence. It's very simple. If I had gone, just remove if and use had. Then use your result clause. What will happen or what had happened. I don't know exactly about that. Now let's talk about inversion in result clause. First we talked about in conditional clause, now we talked about the result clause. Keep in mind that in result clause, first we have so or such, then we have auxiliary verb, then subject, then rest of sentence. For example, so nice is he. So nice is he. We cannot say so nice he is. If you want to make it main clause or conditional clause, result clause, and etc., you could say he is so nice that everyone helps him. But if you want to make inversion, so you should say so nice is he, because first we have verb then subject. So nice is he that everybody or everyone helps him. Did you get it? Now let's talk about inversion with the verb come. It's very important to understand about that, because we always, not always, You could say mostly we use and we come across this kind of verb. You need to use it. For example, but. Here are some words you could use before the verb come first, then, and next. If I say that there was a road, then came a car. There was road, then you could see I use then here. Then came a car. I told you we use then, first, and next in front of the verb come, and inversion has been applied if you do like this. Now let's talk about inversion with here and there. If you want to say that here comes a car or here comes exam, so as I mentioned, we use for emphasis or for making questions. If you say that here comes Ali, it means here comes, it means that something will happen, but there goes, it means that something is going to be lost. If you lost your wallet, God forbid, you could say that, oh, there goes my wallet. It means you lost your wallet. I'm not going to write examples because they are so simple and we need not to use a lot of examples. I'm tired of it. Now let's talk about the inversion with not only but also. The same structure is followed, verb plus subject. For example, tense, you could use simple, the present simple, the past simple, whatever you want. What sentence is your favorite, you could use. So it's all about inversion. I hope you understand and you learn about inversion. Now I'm gonna raise my whiteboard because my brother will get angry if I don't. So I hope you understand and you enjoy today's lecture. So in the next video I'm gonna talk about another high level topic that's gonna be about the subject and verb agreement. I hope you understand today's lecture. See you in the next time.